Hey, what's up everybody? It's Brian Dean from QuickSprout, and in this video I'm going to show you how to conduct and streamline email outreach campaigns, which is really important for link building today. So the first thing you want to do is set up a template, and here in Gmail I've shown you a template that you could use to reach out to someone who has a resource page that you want your resource to be added to. And one thing I want to point out about this template is that obviously you want to make your own, but I put the person's name in the subject line and in the initial salutation, and later on I'm going to show you how to find the person's name that you're supposed to be reaching out to, because this dramatically increases your conversion rate. Now, one thing you want to do before you start emailing people is set up a feature called canned responses. So in Gmail, head over to this little gear icon here, and then click on settings, and you'll be taken to this page. Once you're here, on the top area click labs, and the first one is canned responses, and by default it's disabled. So click on the enabled button and then click save changes, and it will be enabled in your inbox. And what this does is it allows you, when composing something, instead of having to copy and paste or type it out, you can just insert it into any message that you send out instantly. So let's say that we're going to email Steve, okay? So what you do the first time you write out this template and you think it looks good, you click on this canned responses button here, and then under save, click on new canned response, and then you can save this to whatever resources and click OK. Now every time you want to send out an email with this canned response, you click on canned response, and under insert you put resources, and it'll insert that, and you can change all the things like the person's name and the site name and things like that. Another thing you might want to do to streamline the process is to use Yesware, and Yesware is a feature that can be used in Gmail to track how people interact with your emails, whether they open them, what they click on, and things like that. So just head over to yesware.com or just Google Yesware, and this is the first result, and then click on the add Yesware to Gmail, and when you do that you'll be taken to this page where you'll log into your Google account, and then step 2 is to visit Gmail, and when you do that it'll install Yesware. Okay, and Yesware is really straightforward. Actually, once you've done this step, it's already there, and it automatically tracks all of the open rates and things like that, so you can test subject lines and things of that nature. Now, in terms of finding a person to contact and the person's name, there's a few strategies. So let's say you came onto this page and you wanted a link from this content marketing page. Now this looks like a big brand to me, right? They have locations all over the world, 1-800 number. Now you don't want to just send a general message to the contact person and just say, hey, can you please add my link? Because your response rate is going to be really low. So one trick is to take the URL of this page and copy and paste it into Google. And what that does is that it shows you the Google authorship information of that page. In this case, John Miller wrote this page. So if you can find John Miller's personal contact information, if he has a website or he's on Twitter or Google+, you can reach out to him. Or when you send this contact message, when you click on the contact form and contact through here, you can say, please forward this to John Miller, and it'll get to the right person. If you just randomly email them, you're not likely to get a response. Also, let's say that we're looking for some EDU marketing links, right? We wanted to email EDU sites and say, hey, I have this great resource, will you add it to the list? You could use the search string like this, and say you came across this page, okay? This is marketing and career development links. If you had a marketing resource you want to add to this page, you could email right here. It even gives you the email. Would like to suggest a site that isn't listed. That's why resource pages are so great for link building. But anyway, when you email this person, you want to use their name, right? That's really, really important. I can't emphasize how important that is. It really increases conversion rates, and it shows the person that your message isn't a mass spam. It makes it look like it's just for them. But based on this, you have no idea who this person is, right? So even if you email them, you just be like, hello, whoever runs this marketing career development links page. So what you do is you copy the email address, you right click, copy email address, paste it into Google. And what this will do is it'll show you all the other pages that this email address is on, and sure enough, this is the person's personal page on this website, and their name is Yiftach Levy. So when you email them, you can say, hi Yiftach, blah, 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 blah. And without this, your conversion rate would be really low without this trick, even though you had their contact information. And finally, let's say you wanted to get a link from BuzzStream, which is a bigger brand site, How would you do that? How would you know who to reach out to? Well, a great way to do that is to go to the site's About page. So on the top, there's usually an About page, and this is BuzzStream's About page. And then what you do is you look for the right person. So this is the last resort email, this support, because this is very unlikely to go to the right person, right? Or you want to know at least when you send this customer service email who to ask them to forward it to. It makes it more likely to get to the right person. And in this case, Matt Gratt, who's the head of marketing, is likely the person that runs the blog and runs, decides who links out to what. And this is someone you could add on Twitter and message them, or Google+. But at least you have the person's name. So when you contact support and say, hey, this message is from Matt, can you help me out? They'll forward it to them. Finally, let's say you were looking for like on-page SEO information and you came across this page and you wanted a link. Okay, how would you know who to contact? Well, again, there's a clue in the blog where it usually says posted by whoever. Now, if they have, like, this site has a lot of different people contributing, so what you do and look at the sidebar where it says meet the bloggers, and you look who looks like the person. It's kind of like an About Us page trick, but some About Us pages don't have that kind of information. If they have thousands of employees, it's very difficult to find it. So sometimes you have to head to the blog, and that's where usually linking decisions are made anyway. And then you look at the sidebar, or you look at the bio of the person who wrote it. So if you looked at, the sidebar, say this didn't have information, it does. It says community and brand manager, that sounds like a good person, or the chief marketing officer, or the marketing manager. Those are people that you'd want to reach out to with your link request. But if you didn't have this information here, you could just read the blog, and a lot of times at the bottom it has a little bio area of that person where it says, in this case it doesn't, but a lot of times it has a bio area that will say, Ann Smarty is the head of whatever for this blog, and and that's how you can know their title, and if they are the right person to contact, because it's very important for email outreach. So this is just a quick way, it's not rocket science. You just have to find the person's name and the right person to contact, and tools like Yesware and CannResponse can make the process a lot faster and easier. So thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.